Hey
Hey,
everybody.
so, Koyo, uh,
So,
you said that you are indeed familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh?
somewhat. Welcome everybody. Shiki is going to be teaching me about Yu-Gi-Oh as well as the rest of you, including some of our friends at home who are watching from home. So, I have a story. I When I first played Yu-Gi-Oh, I was like every other kid who watched the anime. You got a deck of, you either got your Yugi deck or your Kaiba deck, and you just started placing down cards with reckless abandon, regardless of how much star points that they, or whatever amount of stars they had, their power level, etc. So then I would eventually come across a friend in high school and teach me the real way to play Yu-Gi-Oh. And as he would teach me everything, step by step, he was really good at teaching me. I would get better. He let me use my broken ass deck, Swords of Revealing Light and Pot of Greed, etc. I'd still get wrecked. So then one day he crafted a deck for me out of all the stuff he has. Two decks. He had me choose between one or the other. He said this deck is based on summoning from the grave and etc. This other deck is all about It has and he said like it has some Etsy's transformations, and I forgot the other one. I think it was Synchro. And then he said this deck uses Pendulum, Synchro, and Xyz. It's all about transformations, but also just getting a whole bunch of cards right on hand and overwhelming the opponents that you could get to their life points faster. And I took
Yeah,
the
we
deck
call
with.
that Swarm and Lockdown.
Mm-hmm. So I took the deck that is for summoning from the grave because I really like that for some reason. I usually keep an idea of like what cards there are in my deck. So I like it. So it was fun to just suddenly be like, I am a necromancer. And I destroyed him. I completely and utterly destroyed him. And it was late at night, and he said, he sits there in silence for a moment. Oh yeah, I forgot to play the music. Here's the music, people. There's gonna be music in the background, which I'll be managing the volume of. So he he sits there in silence, takes a deep breath, and he goes, "You're not leaving this house." I'm like, "But wait, what?" He's like, you're gonna face me 10 times, and I'll know if you're just trying to lose. If you do that, I'm gonna beat you up," he says. I'm like, what? And I felt like I had to fight for my life because I was like, I am afraid of like trying to throw a match. And we did, some rounds and all that, and I think it was like 7-4. No, it's 6-4, 7-4, 7-3. But yeah, he straight up outright wrecked me. And after that, I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh for a very, very long time. And I mean, sure, I picked up the same game you're playing right now on the Switch, but I really haven't played it that much because I was just tired of all the super hypercritical thinking I had to do to even beat him. But so like, yes, I am aware, but that was like 14, 13 years ago. So I've forgotten a lot of things, obviously. I'm not that good at the game at all, I feel. And yeah, so
Okay, I'm not either.
oh, well, you probably understand more of what's going on than I do.
I do. Like, I can walk you through the entirety of what the past couple of turns have been.
Well, what have the past couple of turns have been?
So, for starters, this is my Dark Spellcaster deck because, as you know, every card has an attribute and a type. I
Uh-huh.
believe there's a way for me to check the field. I forget. So, basically what happened was Kaiba took the first turn, which a lot of people say is an advantage in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh.
I prefer to take the second turn in the turn order because I'm a lot better at preparing a response than an opening turn.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kaiba played his turn. He laid down. He played one monster, or one normal monster, I should say, in attack position. Then he placed two cards face down in his backfield, and it turned out they were both traps. So, as a response, I summoned my Breaker, the Magical Warrior, which the instant you normal summon it, gets one spell counter added to it. Which, while having that spell counter does add 300 attack to him, you can also remove that spell counter and destroy one face down, like one spell or trap card on the field,
Whoa.
which that can come in clutch if
Yeah,
your
that
opponent
sounds
is
amazing.
really, yeah. And there's also Breaker the Dark Magical Warrior, which gets 2 spell counters. But that is a 6-star monster, I believe. So in order to normal summon it, you would have to tribute one monster from your field or hand, if you have a card that lets you do that,
Hmm.
to the graveyard to summon him. But Breaker, the Magical Warrior, is only a 4-star effect monster, so he's like really good.
Wow.
So I destroyed
Wait.
one of Kaiba's traps.
Sorry. Okay, so I just want to mention 2 things. So I understood something about spell counter and that you could get rid of a spell card. And I
Right.
think that means you could basically, before they use a spell, you could prevent them from doing that and also destroy the card at the same time.
Yes, but it would
Okay.
have to have been face down on the field. Well, it wouldn't have to
Oh,
be face down.
so it has to be like a
Yeah,
surprise
it would have to
attack.
be on the field. So, see, front field and back field, right?
Right.
So, say Kaiba was the one to have used Breaker's effect. He could have targeted any 3 of or any one of these 3 back here.
Oh. Oh, so if he attacks the one that you say has a spell counter, then he gets screwed over.
No, so Breaker's effect only makes him stronger if he has that spell counter. And
Mm.
yeah, so you can use that effect, and then he'll go back down to his base damage. Which, thanks for playing, Kaiba. Uh,
So,
so let me see if I
mhm.
get another good opening hand, because sometimes the CPU will screw you over, and you won't get good draws, you won't get a good opening hand, and you'll be totally fubbernucked. That has happened to me before, and I'm like, my deck is way more balanced than this.
Okay, so tell me, you can, before you have to tribute summon, I think that's the one where you sacrifice a card, right?
Yes.
You can summon up to 4-star, and then anything above that must be tribute summoned, right?
Right. So 5 and 6-star require 1 tribute, and anything higher than that, lest it be an Egyptian deity card, requires 2.
How do you know if it's an Egyptian deity?
Because there's only 3 of those. There's Slife for the Sky Dragon, which is my personal favorite,
Oh.
Winged Dragon of Ra, and Obelisk the Tormentor.
And how much do you need to sacrifice to summon for an Egyptian deity?
3.
Wow, that's gotta be pretty rough.
So, as luck would have it, I drew Breaker the Magical Warrior.
Oh,
So,
all right.
yeah, so I'll go ahead and read the text on the card for you.
Okay.
Spellcaster/effect, which you can tell the difference in normal and effect monsters because of the card color. And it'll just straight up say effect. So, if this card is normal summoned, which I just do this. See, he got a spell counter. So, you place 1 spell counter on it, maximum of 1, gains 300 attack for each spell counter on it. You can remove 1 spell counter from this card, then target 1 spell or trap on the field and destroy that target.
So what you're telling me is, right now he has the plus 300 because he placed
Right,
the
because
spell
he went from
counter.
1600 to 1900.
Damn.
But if that's a man-eater bug, then I'm screwed.
Right.
So I'm not going to risk it. Granted, he can still flip summon it and screw me over anyway, like this.
Uh-oh.
But
No.
That's okay. That's alright. I don't want to take that big of a hit,
That
so
would
I'm
have
going to
been the
make him
same
do it
result
instead.
at the end of the day then, huh?
Yeah, because Man-Eater Bug, you flip it over to summon it, and if you do that, then its effect is it destroys 1 monster.
Damn it.
Yeah,
I
but
think
it's
I recall
okay
using that.
because I'm going to do this.
Ooh.
Stuck
Whoa,
it,
you
Weevil.
reflected his damage back.
Yes. Oh, this would be so good if I had my Dark Magician right now, but I don't.
Aw.
So that's okay. So set this card right here, and I'll save this for later if I can. So now I have
what's
to
your
play
plan?
defensively. Yep, I had to change my plan entirely. It's okay. Neither of his monsters are strong enough to get rid of my little wall here.
I see. So all defense right now, huh?
Yep. So since his card had less attack than my card had defense, he took the damage as a result.
Wow.
Yep. And because he did that, he forced me to flip this card over, and I can activate its effect.
What?
I discard one. Yep. I discard one spell from my hand, and I can just special summon my boy.
Oh my gosh. It's the sexy dark magician.
Absolutely, yes. My favorite card. And since I succeeded in special summoning, I could activate Eradicator Epidemic, but I'm not going to yet because that would get rid of my only beating stick that I have right now.
Yeah. I
Monster's battle position has been changed. No. I'm not going to do it. Nope, and see, now he's running scared.
Ooh, he doesn't want to take any damage, I see.
Yep.
So, tell me, did you feel like you, when you saw Dark Magician every time on screen, that maybe, I don't know, a little crush on him or something like that?
No, but I will tell you who Child Me had a crush on.
Who?
Dark Magician Girl.
Oh, of course. Of course you had a crush on Dark Magician Girl.
Everybody did.
Ha! Not me. I had a crush on Dark Magician.
You have declared battle. No, not yet. I don't want to do it yet. No. It's okay, Yu-Gi-Oh! Calm down. I sorta kinda know what I'm doing. So, let's see.
Wait. Do you have Dark Magician Girl in your set?
Not in this deck, no. I have Apprentice Illusion Magician, which is like Dark Magician Girl on steroids.
What? Okay, well, you better summon it. I want to see that.
I would love to, but I haven't drawn the card yet.
Okay.
But just because you brought that up, I will pass on the rest of my turn.
What?
Because your turns are divided into phases.
Huh.
But if he does anything funny, I'm going to activate Eradicator Epidemic Virus, and then everything's just going to go haywire for him.
Uh-oh. Did you build this deck?
I did.
Jesus. It sounds scary already.
Yeah,
and I only
it's
understand
loosely
half of
based
Yu-Gi-Oh.
on... Yeah, so this deck is loosely based on one that a friend of mine who actually was a pro competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player, he helped me build it.
That explains a lot.
And then I put my own spin on it with a bit of extra aggression.
Wow.
Okay, so all he did was place that. Okay.
All right.
I don't like the way that's going, because that could be another Man-Eater bug. Okay, Dark Magic Veil. I might be able to make this work. I know I drew cards. Calm down, game. I know it's the standby phase. You don't have to tell me. Okay, so... Alright, so I'm gonna pay 1,000 life points. No. Because... Oh, actually... Hang on, this might work out.
What are you going to do with that?
So, Dark Magic Veil, I pay 1,000 life points and I can get one spellcaster from my hand or graveyard.
Huh.
So, what I might do is... Yeah, this might work, actually. So... Battle phase. Activate the effect of a card? Not yet. So... No. And get rid of that. No. No.
Wow.
And so now I'm going to activate this, which this is not only a spell card, but it's a quick play, so I can just, activate it right here.
And what does that do?
So, Magical Dimension, since I control a spellcaster monster, I can target one of them and tribute it. And because of this, I can get Dark Magician of Chaos for only one monster. Yep. And I can destroy a card.
What?
Yep.
So you can both summon a stronger dude, or tribute summon, and then also get rid of... Wow. And then you can just combo after that.
Yep, I can just combo straight into a big hit.
Well, Weevil's done.
Not yet, he's not, no. Because that was everything I could do for that turn.
Yeah, but what's he gonna do with it? I mean, he has to have some quick play cards or something to really turn this around. At least from what I've
He's gonna
observed
need
so
something,
far.
yes. Because the effect of Dark Magician of Chaos gets activated now, so I get one spell card from my graveyard. And the one I drew lets me wipe out every spell or trap card on his side of the field, as long as I control Dark Magician.
What?
Yep, it's a Dark Magician exclusive card. If you control Dark Magician, destroy all spells and traps your opponent controls.
No. That sounds evil.
It is evil. My opponent set a
I'm
monster.
looking up at the text here. I'm like, I can't believe it. That's basically
it would be
Dark
broken.
Dimension without the negative parts of it.
Yep. It would be broken were it not for the fact that you have to control Dark Magician to activate this.
Wait, did I say Dark Dimension? I meant Black Hole. Was it Black Hole? Dark Hole? Something?
Yeah, Black Hole, I believe, which destroys all your monsters.
Black Hole, except all the benefits and none of the negatives.
Right.
And I guess you need the exclusive Dark Magician card. So,
Yep.
yeah.
So, he probably just placed another Man-Eater bug, but I don't have a way around that right now. So, I'm gonna have to risk it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. Well, Weevil,
I said he was
bye.
done for. I felt it.
I haven't even shown all the Xyz monsters I have yet.
I'm a basic baby Yu-Gi-Oh player, and I could tell like
Ooh.
it's over for him. What is he gonna do without like a whole bunch of quick play cards?
So here's the thing I'm gonna do, right? I'm not only gonna finish him off, I'm going to cripple his deck beforehand.
What? Are you sure you should do that?
Yes.
What did you do to him? What was that? What was that? What was that? What did you just do? What? He destroyed something.
So, yep. So Eradicator Epidemic, So Eradicator Epidemic Virus. If I tribute a Dark Spellcaster of a certain power, which it's usually Dark Magician in this case, because this whole deck revolves around Dark Magician.
Right.
So I can destroy any and all spell or trap cards on my opponent's field and in their hand, and then I get to look at their hand.
No.
And and it's like for the next couple of turns, whatever I chose to destroy, if they draw it, it immediately goes to the graveyard.
That's evil. That is very evil.
All right. So now we've got Apprentice Illusion Magician. You're gonna love this.
Oh, okay. All right. Show me. Harpy, what are you ever gonna do? Look, she even put down who knows what kind of card there. What are you ever gonna do, Shiki?
I am going to screw over my big time.
Jeez, you're using the powers of anime and God to destroy your enemies.
I am. So as long as I discard one card from my hand, I can summon Apprentice Illusion Magician for free. Like, no tribute.
I guess no one better bunk with you because you have the power of God and anime on your side.
I do.
That kid is so hilarious, though.
Yeah. So, what's going to happen now, I'm going to lay these three down. And like I told you before we decided to do this video, I can just kind of look at my cards and know, because this deck is mostly muscle memory.
Muscle?
But, so I have a powerful monster, and her effect let me add a Dark Magician to my hand. Plus I have Eternal Soul, which is a continuous trap, which means it stays on the field lest it be destroyed. It doesn't just flip it over and go to the graveyard after its effect.
It doesn't...
So, every Dark Magician in your monster zone is unaffected by your opponent's card effects. If this face-up card leaves the field, destroy all monsters you control. You can only use the following effects of Eternal Soul once per turn. And once per turn, you can activate one of these effects. Special summon one Dark Magician from your hand or graveyard. Or, you can add one Dark Magic attack or Thousand Knives from your deck to your hand.
What's Thousand Knives?
I just happen to have one right here.
Control one
Thousand
monster.
Knives.
This is what my friend used against me. That he used that once against me, and I was so like I felt so angry because I had the perfect play in one of those 10 matches. You just awoke a very unfortunate memory of mine.
Oof, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm just remembering why like, there's being aware of cards, and then there's being completely unaware of them. I didn't know that existed, so I had no idea you could control someone else's cards beyond, like, Change of Heart or whatever it was called. So, yeah.
Yeah, you get used to it.
Wait,
'Cause
so
I
when they
have,
show Dark Magician,
Hmm?
why do, like, he clearly has a different palette on that, on that card.
Yeah, so they chose a more modern print for him with this one.
Hmm. Wait, was he not meant
So
to be purple and stuff?
No, he always was.
Hmm.
He was always like really purple and whatnot. Because that's just kind of the color of dark spellcasters, is like a lot of darker purples and blues and violets, like you see Apprentice Illusion Magician here.
Wow.
Or Dark Magician of Chaos, he's got a lot of dark blues and like
Yeah.
bright aggressive pinks to contrast it.
So, question.
Yes.
Dark Magician, would he smash?
I would.
Yeah, I mean, I would too.
I mean, I'm not saying that I would take his Magician's Rod or anything. Just because I happen to have Magician's Rod here. So now we're getting into the fun of this deck, because I have everything I need for a big play.
Mhm.
So let me see. First, I have to resolve the effect of my Dark Magic Circle here, which, let's see, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Which lets me look at the top 3 cards of my deck, and then I can reveal one Dark Magician or one spell or trap that specifically lists the card Dark Magician in its text among them.
Wow.
And I add that to my hand. I can also place the remaining cards on top of my deck in any order. If Dark Magician is normal or special summoned to your field, except during the damage step, you can target one card your opponent controls and banish it.
What?
You can only use each effect of Dark Magical Circle once per turn, and I have like 2 or 3 of those in this deck.
I will say I was at first not confused by the description, and then I became increasingly confused as it went on, but I assumed that was the banishing, right?
No, so banishing a card is a lot different than sending it to the graveyard. Because graveyard you can get it back from play, but this little area here outside of the playfield entirely,
Oh,
that's the banishment zone. If a card is there, you better hope you have one of the few cards that exist that let you get it back,
wow.
or you're just screwed.
I see.
Yep. So now I'm gonna finish this turn off with a big combo. 2,500, 2,000, and 1,600 all in one go. Then at the end phase of my turn, it's over to her, but I'm well prepared. I have Magic Cylinder and Dark Renewal. And right on her draw phase, I can activate Eternal Soul and go ahead and start prepping for my next turn. But again, the crux of this deck is Eternal Soul and Dark Magician. If she wipes out Eternal Soul, then I will be screwed for, like, who knows how long.
Wow.
So she prepared a response by defending and laying a card face down, but because it's my draw phase, I can get another 1,000 knives.
I don't know how
Oh,
you
no.
galaxy brain all this, but I could not.
Nah, she did the thing. She did the thing.
Oh no!
Yeah, she did the thing, but it's okay, because I have Dark Magic Veil. And I
Oh,
just
wow.
get Dark Magician right back for 1,000 life points. Plus, she left her own field empty anyway, so she was really just trying to stall.
Yeah, probably, huh? And
Which you
she's
can
dead.
stall, you can play the long game.
How do like, if you gave me that same deck, I would not know what the hell I was doing. I'm just saying that right now.
So you get used to the way the card descriptions are.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm not sure how well this deck is going to play against Mako here, but I'm going to try my Gravekeeper's deck, since you
Mako
enjoy stuff revolving around the
Tsunami.
graveyard.
I'm just joking. Mako
Uh,
Tsunami. You can't
yeah, he's a freaky fish
convince
guy.
me he's a Mako.
Alright, I haven't used my Gravekeeper's deck in a while, so this is where you'll get to see me not be so Galaxy Brain.
Wait, but the Tsunami Man has like a bunch of fish cards, right?
He does.
Is he just gonna be a fish out of water?
Heh. I see what you did there. And he might be, if things go my way.
Oh, never
If
mind.
things
He's not
go
a
my
fish
way,
out of
he
water
might.
anymore. You're done for. He put a water thingy, the field thing, field card. What will you ever do, Shiki?
Well, I'm going to set this card in defense mode. I'm going to set this right here. And you can set quick play spells and then use them one turn later. So I'm essentially trying to bluff him into thinking I have 2 traps here.
Oh, okay.
Because see, the whole thing about Gravekeepers is they're really only that useful if you can get Necro Valley, your field spell, going.
Necro Valley.
Yep. So see how he has an ocean?
Yeah.
I have... Yep, he did a thing. So I have Gravekeeper's Priestess for the time being, which is, while there is no face-up field spell, the field is treated as Necro Valley. All Gravekeeper's monsters on the field gain 200 attack and defense.
What? Wait, so you just outright denied his field then?
Well, no, because he already has a field spell.
Oh.
So, but I can go ahead and respond, at least somewhat aggressively, with my Gravekeeper's Descendant in attack mode. And I destroy 1 monster because Gravekeepers are dark spellcasters, and I just use
so
Magical Dimension.
You could tribute, right?
Yep, I did.
Oh my gosh. Wait, so who's this card that you just summoned?
Oh, this is Gravekeeper's Descendant. You contribute 1 other face-up Gravekeeper's monster to target 1 card your opponent controls and destroy that target. Which I almost don't want to do that yet. So, this is where I'm not so Galaxy-brained. I haven't used this deck in a while.
Aha.
So, what I might do is go ahead and summon Gravekeeper's Priestess. Up. Rude. And he just made me waste my entire main phase because I had already summoned. Yep. So Mako very well might take this, and then I'll have to get my Dark Magician deck and utterly wreck him.
Yeah.
No, a flying fish! Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh. Now you're in trouble. I mean, I don't know what it does, but...
It's just a flying fish. It's a normal type monster. See, it has no effect at all. It just has flavor text. But it's okay, because I can at least somewhat be a thorn in his side for the time being. So, unless your opponent sends 1 card from the top of his, her, or their, come on Yu-Gi-Oh, deck to the graveyard, he, she, or they cannot declare an attack. So he has to get rid of the top card of his graveyard if he wants to attack me.
Oh. Interesting. Uh-oh.
I'm not that worried about it. There goes 1 of his cards, and he didn't get through anyway. And now, I get a monster for free.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna go ahead and make Gravekeeper's Priestess, honestly.
Actually, you know what I never knew about with Yu-Gi-Oh? I didn't know that when you defend, if the enemy's attack is lower than the defense of the card it's attacking, they basically get counterattack.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
It is. It's a fun little thing. So, okay. I need to go on the offensive at least somewhat, because I need to get another Gravekeeper's Descendant.
So your card set,
on 1.
Your card set is very counterattack heavy, essentially. It's very defense based.
So this one can be. It's more about Swarm and Lockdown if I can get it going.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I got kind of screwed over there, so I actually need to just go ahead and wipe that out. Cost me a monster, but it's -1 for me, -1 for him, so there's a bit of give and take there.
Yeah. Hmm.
And he had a dead draw, thankfully, so...
You mean
Okay,
he
I
had
can
nothing to place
kinda...
down?
Yeah, he had nothing.
Wow.
Which, in actual Yu-Gi-Oh!, like, when you're playing, like, say we were playing Master Duel, you don't want a dead draw, because then your opponent, if they've already got a combo going, you're just gonna be completely screwed.
So, hmm. You have your cards both in defense mode. Oh wow,
Right.
he only put down that. I was gonna say, what if he was trying to get you to go into offense mode for some reason, but apparently not.
So, you can bluff like that. There's a lot of what I call poker psychology to card
Yeah.
games like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic, but more so with Yu-Gi-Oh! Because right now, if my entire field was face down except for this one card, all he would know is that I'm playing Gravekeepers, or I just like being a deck crippling butthole.
Yeah.
Because there are some decks out there. I used to have one that was all about effect damage and deck crippling. So, like, I wouldn't directly attack my opponent, but I would just steadily wreck them with, like, effect damage and just really swarming them.
Hmm.
And he fell right for that. One of the most basic traps. Sakuretsu armor, and his monster's gone, and I'm safe for another turn.
Wow.
Okay, so I need to... Yeah, now I can start being more offensive.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have Gravekeeper's Spy, which on flip summon, I can get one other Gravekeeper's monster. Gonna go for Gravekeeper's
Oh my
Descendant.
goodness.
And activate his effect. And get rid of Gravekeeper's Spy. And I think, yep, I can get rid of his field spell. Let's go.
Oh snap! He's just completely.
Yep, now the
weak
field is mine. And this
Oh,
card
what?
acts like a fusion summon card. So I can use it instead of having to use like polymerization or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And now I can get Gravekeeper's Spiritualist as long as I have the proper fusion summoning materials, which all that means is the level stars need to
Whoa.
be equal to or greater than the monster you're trying to summon.
I see. Whoa. 3,000 attack and defense?
Yep, because Gravekeeper's Supernaturalist. 2 Gravekeeper's monsters are required. Gains attack and defense equal to the combined original levels of the materials used for its fusion summon times 100. While Necro Valley is on the field, this card and any card in your field zone cannot be destroyed by card effects. During your main phase, you can activate this effect. So when you activate that, then during the end phase of that turn, you add 1 Gravekeeper's monster or 1 Necro Valley field spell from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of Gravekeeper's Supernaturalist once per turn.
Wow.
So I'm going to go ahead and activate that and start swarming.
Uh-oh.
Chain another card or effect? No. So I could have activated that, I think, but it's okay. So instead, I'm just gonna beat the crap out of Mako. How dare you, sir?
It's so funny in Yu-Gi-Oh! That, like, the characters, when you tap their life points, they get, like, you know, literally attacked. So if a laser comes flying their way, they go, ah! They get blasted by it.
Yep, so you said you liked controlling the graveyard, right, Cleo?
Yeah, summoning dudes from the graveyard is, I had a lot of fun doing that. Because, like, I don't know, I guess it's because it feels like there's a lot of surprise factor. You know, you could be like, aha! You fool! You did not expect what I would do. Like, I guess, in truth, it reminds me of, Shogi. In Shogi, you can, any captured units, you can just summon you can just bring right into your turn, right on the spot without any warning. And you know, so if you captured someone's pawn, hey, just toss a pawn in and you can place it like almost wherever you want. Not entirely, there are some rules there, but you know, in Shogi you could just call back units like no problem.
Yeah, that checks out. So, I'll have to read the card text for you next time I have a good look at Necro Valley, because Gravekeepers, as their name would imply, is all about controlling, like, who can and can't access the graveyard.
Right. Wait, does that mean they could stop the opponent from accessing their graveyard?
That's exactly what you can do, yes.
Oh, damn, the graveyard's all mine. Heck yeah.
Yep.
That
Oh,
Buttface had another field card. He was just sitting
okay.
there the whole time, probably.
It's alright. He's gonna freaking get it anyway. Like, you know what? I'm only gonna poke him. I'm not gonna finish him off. I want him to suffer. I want him to learn.
But what if he, like, I don't know. What if he tricks you?
He won't.
Like, what if he's been holding on to all his best cards and then he, like, super summons and somehow gets Exodia from out of thin air?
You know what? I had thought of that, and that's why I'm locking him down. Necro Valley Temple is activated. Chain another card or effect? No. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and activate his effect. No. It's okay.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, but
And I'm gonna hope I can get rid of whatever that face down card is, because I want him to know. Okay, yeah, screw you. Get that great white bull crap out of my face, boy.
I guess one
So on
funny
my
thing... Yeah, go ahead.
So on my end phase now, I'm gonna go ahead and get Necro Valley, like, proper out, instead of using my monster to treat the field as Necro Valley.
Yeah.
So, I'll go ahead and read the card text for you. All Gravekeeper's monsters gain 500 attack and defense. Cards in the graveyard cannot be banished. Negate any card effect that would move a card in the graveyard to a different place.
Whoa.
Negate any card effect that changes types or attributes in the graveyard.
Crazy. I was literally just thinking, like, remember I said pulls it Zodiac out of nowhere. He just, like, somehow magically slips it into his deck from his pocket. He's like, haha, it's Zodiac. Obliterate. It's like, wait, where'd you even get how? He's like,
Yeah, like, Mako, this isn't canon. What are you doing?
I just, it's Zodiac. That's all he says. He just says, it's Zodiac. That's it.
Exodia.
He just literally pulled it out of his ass. Quite literally.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get another Supernaturalist out.
You're kidding me. You have a second one?
I have 3.
And where would the third one even summon to?
So they gave you these neat little extra spaces in the middle there, and I used one of them, thinking this was gonna go a bit differently. So he's just gonna go right here.
Oh, okay, okay. So they don't need to go in that middle space. Okay.
Nope. Bye, Mako.
Per thing. He literally was like, he was like, yeah, water field, haha, the water's mine. And then
nope, water's all dried
like,
up.
I don't know what to do with myself anymore.
Alright, so we'll go back to the Dark Magician deck in the hopes I can actually get a long enough game going so I can start Xyz summoning and doing all the other crazy stuff. Because there are some great Xyz summoned dark spellcasters. Like Ebon High Magician, Ebon Illusion Magician, which is my favorite.
Wow.
In fact, I think I can just show you my extra deck. Oh, okay, he's opening up with that already. Rex, buddy, you good? Okay. So, yeah, I can just show card list. So this is my entire extra deck for this particular deck.
Yeah.
So we have Utopia Beyond, which I don't remember why I put that in here. I think it was just 4 more options. We have Giga Brilliant, which is pretty basic. It just keeps buffing itself.
Oh, shoot.
Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon, I only pull out if I'm if I'm getting upset.
What's the 4th one?
This one here?
Yeah.
That would be Gauntlet Launcher. You can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, then target 1 monster your opponent controls and destroy it. But it takes 2 level 6 monsters.
Oh, damn.
Yep, then we have Sky Pegasus. Well, I have two of them. I have Alchemic Magician, which she's in my Magical Girl deck that I'm working on.
Right.
We have Ebon High, Ebon Illusion. I have Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight.
Ooh.
I have three of those.
Damn, I didn't know Dark Magician. You'll be riding dragons and striking fear into the hearts of Yu-Gi-Oh players.
You would think that, but a lot of competitive players actually don't like using those cards.
Because they're silly. I'm just joking. I don't know why.
So so those cards they require that one spell card, the Eye of Timaeus,
Right.
which, so okay, yeah, 1, 2. And Eye of Timaeus is kinda whatever. It's literally just polymerization, but with a fresh coat of paint.
What's polymerization?
It was originally one of the only ways to fusion summon, and then they put like future fusion
Oh.
and other things of that nature. So what do I even have here? Eternal Soul, Dimensional Prison. Okay. Should be alright to go ahead and clear out his backfield. I wasn't gonna attack anyway, Rex. Calm down. Ball. It's alright. So I can't attack that turn because of his trap.
Right.
My opponent drew cards. You know what? Yeah, sure. Since Rex wants to play like that, we can play like that. So right on his draw phase, I'm just gonna open up and like totally interrupt his turn. Like, yo, Rex, I'm gonna let you finish, but Dark Magician. See, now he's gonna screw around and find out because I have Dark Magical Circle enabled as well.
Uh-oh.
And I'm just gonna, you know what? Get that field spell out my face. Chain another card or effect? Yes, please. I would love to also get another monster for free.
Oh my goodness.
Magician of Dark Illusion. Just place him right here. He's like the inverse Dark Magician.
Really?
Yeah. So his stats are completely reversed from Dark Magician.
Oh.
Because instead of having 2500 attack, 2100 defense, he's the exact opposite. Yeah, sure, I'll go ahead and get another 1,000 knives. Thank you. But the reason I got him for free was this card's name becomes Dark Magician while on the field. You can only use each of these effects of Magician of Dark Illusion once per turn. During your opponent's turn, which you saw this effect, if you activate a spell or trap card or effect except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you activate a spell or trap or effect while this card is face up on your field, again, excluding the damage step, which is where you calculate battle damage, right? You can target one Dark Magician in your graveyard, special summon it. This effect can only be used once while this card is face up on the field.
Right.
So I'm gonna go ahead and clear out his field. Since I got both my 1,000 knives in rapid succession, I'm gonna just combo into multiple summons in one turn.
Ooh.
Yep, so I got my normal summon out of the way.
God.
Which you can only normal summon like the one time, lest you have an effect that lets you do it multiple times, like a card that's literally just called Double Summon. And I'm going to, you know what? I'll get my extra Eternal Soul that I have as a backup, in case my opponent destroys a card and I need to get it back. I'm gonna combo into setting that face down, and then I'm gonna start Xyz summoning. Because Magician of Dark Illusion is just Dark Magician while he's on the field.
Yeah.
So I technically have two normal spellcaster type monsters to do the Xyz summon.
Right.
And I'm gonna put him right here. Because now I can combo into his effect. Remove one Xyz material, which I'm gonna pick Dark Magician, and I can just special summon another Dark Magician
Oh
from
my
my
god,
deck.
it's a Dark Magician army. This is turning into a bit of a Dark Magician party, kind of a rod fest. Is that what you call
Yeah.
it?
It is indeed. Yes, there are many dark magical scepters being used here, Koyo.
Oh my goodness, this is such
You know,
a
I'm not even
mess.
gonna bother finishing him off because now I've got this deck rolling.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't need to finish him off if you don't want to. I mean, I think Dark Magician's gonna handle most of that for you, but, you know, um,
Yep, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna just put this one here.
what kind of climax is this gonna end on then?
Oh, you'll see. I've succeeded in special summoning a monster. Activate the effect of a card? No, because I know which one it is. Alright, Rex, do something. I freaking dare you. That's what I thought, boy. My opponent's about to end his turn. Oh no. Aw.
What's he possibly gonna do to even try to turn it around?
He can't. He can't. He knows that I'm toying with him now.
Oof.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, detach that card. No, I'm not gonna chain. Not right now. But I'm gonna get my other Dark Magician.
How? How? Why?
So you can have 3 copies of the same card in your deck.
And because Etsy's the other one, yeah.
Right. So I didn't even read Ebon Illusion Magician's effect to you. So requires 2 level 7 monsters. You can also Xyz summon this card by using a rank 6 spellcaster type Xyz monster you control as material. Materials attached to that card are affixed to this one. So once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, special summon 1 spellcaster type normal monster from your hand or deck, which Dark Magician. When a spellcaster type normal monster declares an attack, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and banish it. You can only use this effect of Ebon Illusion Magician once per turn. But I like to exploit him for swarming and locking down. Which is why I have 2 of them.
Oh my goodness. I mean, he's been dead long ago now.
Yeah. It's no use!
Truly is.
It's no use, Rex. You know what? Here, I'm just gonna do everything I can.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I don't even have to go through all this rigmarole. He's just over there. He's like, come on.
Make it end.
It's no use, Rex. It's no freaking use. Take this.
Oh,
How about this? Take this.
more.
It's no use. There we go.
That's crazy.
So I guess you won my star chips. Yeah, Rex, I sure freaking did. Now give me those, your wallet, and while I'm
Oh,
at it, I'm
man.
gonna stick with your wife.
Shiki,
Yes.
so can you forgive me?
Why?
I am what was it? I'm slowly like finding myself like trying not to doze off in my chair.
Oh, okay. We can end the
Um,
video here.
Okay. But that was really interesting. Like I understood more of it towards the end, especially because like I guess whatever you start, like what you started off with within the beginning, kind of got my brain juices kind of going like, oh, okay, you know. So that was definitely
Yeah.
pretty cool to hear about. It was pretty cool to learn. And I mean, will that make me more interested in Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't know. I am not a Yu-Gi-Oh
It's definitely
person.
not for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. But anyone who saw this, I'm sure there's a lot to learn from if you are a fan of the Dark Magicians. So if you like taking rods and flexing on your opponents, I think this deck is for you. Or if you like the graveyard, shenanigans, which I also definitely tend to gravitate towards, then you saw what that's like. So that's Yu-Gi-Oh, right, Shiki?
Yes, that pretty much covers, like, 2 of my more useful decks. There's my Arcanite Magician deck for fans of spellcasters like myself. which if you know Arcanite Magician, you know that card, at least at the time this game was out, was broken. Like that card is so broken.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, there's a lot to like about Yu-Gi-Oh! If you're just getting into it, definitely pick up a Dark Magician deck or start building one, because there's all sorts of new support cards as well for Dark Magician. Or if you like messing with your opponent's head, you can go for like deck breaking, you know, make it so they can't use spells, traps, or restrict what they can do. There's lots of ways to play it. Excuse me. And don't just go by, you know, what people do on Master Duel. Not every deck needs a meta. I don't think any of my decks have one, unless you just count using my favorite type of monster, which that's not much of a meta. I
Yeah.
can't Galaxy Brain 20 moves ahead like some people, but Yu-Gi-Oh can be played very casually. You can just play against the CPU like I've been doing. And, you know, then move on to human opponents.
Good advice. Dare I say, maybe that's almost similar to fighting games in its own little weird way. Not exactly, but you know, the idea that like, you know, you don't really need to stick to the meta of characters everyone's using, unless it's Smash Bros. Brawl. Then you know you're kind of gonna have to use Meta Knight, whether you like it or not, or Marth for that matter. But you know, I guess like everything comes with practice and just kind of finding yourself in that kind of space at the end of the day.
Right.
All right, good to know. Okay, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed our Sensei Shiki here. And we hope you have a good day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Peace
Yeah.
out.
Do it, please.